And you can't, I mean, Cloud9 obviously was in dominant form when they played earlier too on this map, but you can't help but wonder if Cloud9's a little bit worried with the performance that Rise had here. Starting off in the pistol though, Stewie, he's got to be a little bit careful. Barely makes it around the corner as the Rise rush is working its way up to B, but it's also going to be pinched pretty quickly too. Cloud9 pushed into mid, and they've already got players here. Great nade was tossed out by Stewie, as you can see. It's already lit up pretty much everyone on the Rise roster, and they're getting torn to shreds. Jonji's gotten the only trade so far, but besides that, 3 quick kills, now 4, all to C9. Ace is the last man standing here. Try to pull off the impossible. He gets one. He's being crunched on by Tarek, and oh, Tarek going for the dirty knife right at the end there as well, giving him the extra cash at the end of the pistol.
Yeah, like that looked like they had good potential to win that round because they split up Swag and Stewie. Swag was isolated from Stewie, but Swag gets the entry, or Stewie gets the entry, and C9's on the quick flank.
So nicely done there. Cloud9 finally actually ending Rise's perfect first half pistol record too. This is the only map out of the 6 that Rise have played today where they lost the initial pistol round. So finally putting that record to sleep, and it's going to give Cloud9 a little bit of an edge early on here, assuming of course that they don't get ecoed in the second round, since Rise did force into it. They didn't get the plant in the first round, so there's no use saving up for a third round buy when they don't have the capability to do it. Good pop flash over here into the long haul, along with a peek from Tarek, knocks out Dazzle, leaving 4 alive for Rise here. They're going to try to work some plays in mid probably too. But just trying to hold for the time being and make sure that nobody from Cloud9 pushes onto them. And actually, scraps that they're not going to go through mid. They're actually just going to go right up Banana, see if they can make a play there, and see if they can take down Swag and Stewie, who are stacked up. They're ready for this. I mean, Stewie's even got a smoke ready to try and delay this too, so you can buy time for extra rotates. So it's looking good for Cloud9 right now.
C9 loves the spawn boost. Already doing it on the second round.
Stewie is ready for it too. Down goes the smoke from him. He's going to quickly wrap back over. Swag holding. He's going to get one. It's very difficult to get that second kill from up on top though, so as expected, he gets traded out afterwards there. Still only 3 alive for Rice. And oh, that Molly doing massive. In fact, it just burns VSA out. He tries to go for the plant inside of it, I think, and he gets that plant, but has to throw his life away in order to get that plant. So really wanting to commit just to get the extra cash, I suppose. But now Ace and Moose trying to hold on. Another Molly. Gonna burn Moose out of position here. Stewie gets the kill off the MP9. And Ace just hugging Jesus pole. Can't even get anything done, but not going to happen. Rush will take him down. Cloud9. 2-0 start. They don't get upset by the second round eco.
Yeah, Stewie does a good job denying backhaul control. Once your teammate goes down, just control the backhaul, and that's a win on your side. Wait for your teammates and retake it together. What's that plant? They're investing a little bit into this round as well. See armor on Dazzle.
Yeah, they got that extra cash, but instead of saving it up for the next round, it does look like they are just buying down to around right under 2 or right around 2K for some of these players. Dazzle even going under that.
Yeah, he went a little too far down, I think.
Well, it's 1750, so he's going to have to sacrifice going into the next gun round here. Stewie, he's even ready to take on the fight when these guys start to push back in. Him and Swag again. 2-man team here. Instantly getting that headshot there. Nicely done by Stewie. Making quick work of this Rise attempt at a push quickly up towards B, and it seems like the overall investment from Rise there was pretty much wasted as they get absolutely nothing done. And Cloud9 quickly secures the 3-0 start. Rise now with guns in hand. They're going to be splitting up again here, just playing into a T default at the start of this map. No crazy aggressive tendencies from them. They are trying to look down Banana here towards one car spot, but they weren't paying attention to the actual half wall, which is where Stewie had the op prepared, and is going to be able to easily just knock out Ace there. Again, same as the last round, early 5v4 goes to Cloud9, and now Rise has to try and think of a way to make up for this, but so far, they haven't been doing too great of a job. Obviously, only in the first gun round here, but even in the more even rounds, they face similar issues. Tarek is going to be waiting back up on top here. On the balcony, he's supported by Rush, as these guys are going to push back in. Taking a route over here towards Porch side as 2 of their players split off from that. It was looking like Jonji specifically was going to split off and try to go over towards Library, but I think he canceled those plans. He's still looking towards it. Rise just trying to find a way they can get into this side without getting wrecked, to be completely honest here. Dazzle moves in, he catches Rush, but Tarek's still waiting, and he's using this smoke to his own advantage here. Thought he could hide inside of it. Not going to happen. He's lost all of his teammates. He goes down too. Dazzle and Jonji just getting some work done over there. And Cloud9 aren't even going to resist this now. They're just going to back up, save, and let Rise have this first gun round. Nicely played by Rise.
That was pretty much a clean lane hit by Rise. No trades by the C9 side. And one thing we'll notice, I think, in this match is C9 likes to put banana pressure, whereas in the past, Rise has never really played teams, at least in this tournament, that would pressure them banana, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle that.
Stewie's also going to be sitting on banana while Swag watches out for the CT push. Rise definitely look like they want to try to push into that up and see if they can punish it by any means necessary. However, they don't want to actually go inside of banana itself from the looks of things. Too big of a risk, too easy shots for Stewie to hit. So they won't challenge it. They'll let them save those rifles, and with that, Cloud9 are still going to be fully buying in this 5th round here. So Rise Nation not out of the hot seat just yet.
Looking like a default again.
Yeah, just spreading out here and trying to see if they can get any early picks. Skadoodle was peeking over here towards mid again initially, so he wanted to try and take that duel. Double op setup still in the picture for Cloud9 too, despite the lost round, so really good economy management showing up for them. And Rise now pushing up through mid a little bit here, but not able to get in through anywhere like mid choke point or whatnot yet. They're just into the halls right now. Giving themselves pressure to push outside there, but no actual real map control being taken here. Besides the apartments, which isn't necessarily a huge task to steal away. They have that 3-man setup over here towards the porch side, though, and this is actually a pretty strong setup. They move in, 1-for-1 trade to start it off as Skadoodle gets one, but he goes down a moment later. Dazzle Tarek gets the double, though. From back over here on the other side, he's trapped, he's been pinched. He has a free kill, he had a free kill, it looked like against Ace there. However, didn't realize maybe that he didn't have a gun out, so didn't choose to take the battle versus him. Tried to focus on his safety instead, and now lost his life as a result of it. It's still under the control of Cloud9 for right now, but now they've given Moose the time to go for the plant. He's able to set that up, he'll smoke himself off in this direction. Both of the remaining members from Cloud9 are going to try to push directly onto him from the wrap side. And he sits inside of that smoke. He's going to try to keep himself hidden for as long as he can. Manages to navigate outside. Great nade against him, but an even better headshot from Moose to take down Swag. Now it's Stewie looking to clutch. He knows where he's at. He knows he's sitting behind the hay barrel here, and as the smoke fades, he'll try to abuse it. He peeks it at the wrong, or unpeaks from it at the wrong time, though. But out with the CZ. Quickly gets the headshot against Moose, taking him down and allowing for a Cloud9 victory to show up. They push up 4-1 in their favor. And once again, take the lead, preventing Rise from stealing it from them, and more so, resetting their economy heading into that next round.
Yeah, that triple lane setup almost crumbled, but Tarek gets 2 and just delays long enough for Swag and Stewie to rotate.
It's going to be a quick push up banana this time. Stewie here trying to defend it. Swag getting a first kill and a second kill too. So at least makes it an even trade on a 2-for-2. Problem is, though, is the shock value this one is going to cause C9 trembling over there towards the B bomb site. They're still able to retake this in an even 3v3, especially with the additional damage that both Swag and Stewie were able to do to some of those players on the Rise Nation side. Moose, VSA, both sub 25 HP. So they're going to be incredibly low for the fight here, and they're going to have to sit behind coverage, hoping they can lock onto some quick headshots. Molly's going into the back there too. Rush and Skadoodle already able to take down 2 out of the 3 players. Moose has got a miracle play that he's got to try to make here. They don't actually check for a start. He's going to let them walk past. Is anyone checking towards this yet? Nope, there's one. There's 2. They don't even check him, and now Tarek pushes in. Unfortunately, he didn't wait for the 3rd there. And Tarek was still able to close out, leaving himself with enough time to defuse the bomb and win the round for Cloud9, but at the very least, they make it expensive with only 1 player staying alive.
A nice attempt by Moose there, but I think they're going to have to go for a save, maybe a half buy, and buy on the next 3rd loss bonus. Oh, but they decide to buy. Make it work with Galil and AKs. But look at their nades. Only got a couple smokes and molotovs. T9 starting off with a triple B.
And Rise onto this 4 spy here now. Everyone except for Ace able to get a rifle. Grenades are going to be incredibly limited. And for what they have, they've already used quite a bit. They still have 2 smokes and 2 mollies, though, in order to try and get into this A bomb site. As they're not even going to be playing around this time. It's probably going to be a pretty quick setup and an Even faster execution here. Delayed a bit due to the molly. Tarek quickly pushes himself back into the site, but he's trying to decide if he wants to stay on the library side or actually inside of the site to play with his teammates. He'll hide slightly inside of the smoke and peeking out. Gets one. They would have hoped that that smoke would have pushed all the CTs back, but not the case. Ace trades onto Tarek. Skadoodle picking up another one. Ace right on the outside here, looking for the headshot against Swag. He'll get it. Took him a few shots, though, so he takes extra damage and is now down at 32 HP. But Moose surprises, jumps back out, gets the location of a second player just below him. Rush is going to try to hold on, but he also goes down to Moose, leaving Stewie to clutch again. It's a very, very winnable clutch. 32 and 1 HP on Moose. Take it nice and slow. Just shift walking his way into the site. Ace is playing with his teammate there, but Stewie able to spot his head cap before Ace is even able to react to that one. Stewie already knocks him out. It's all up to Moose here as he wraps back in over from the porch side. He's going to take it nice and slow, hoping to find Stewie when he's looking away. But that's not going to happen. Stewie gets a nice little spray out there. And once again, Cloud9 reign dominant, as they're going to go up 6-1.
Yeah, Rise getting creative with their strats. They smoke off the jungle side but jump through it, making it look like it's a lane hit. Catching the C9 guys off guard, and Moose coming up the halls getting those trade kills.
Cloud9 having the victory, they're still going to be in good shape. Again, heavy rebuys, though. It's brought down to one player for the third round in a row now. The Cloud9 have been brought down to one player. So yeah, their economy is not going anywhere anytime soon. But the problem is Rise keep losing these clutches, so theirs isn't going anywhere either. They're still back down to just pistol armor buys. They do obviously kind of buy into this one. I'm actually surprised they didn't try to go for a more aggressive force because of how close they have to how close they have Cloud9 to being broken. But deciding against that and still playing this via the normal route, as they buy it with just pistol and armor purchases, and obviously have a couple smokes to try and make a hit happen. On the actual site, both Rush and Swag are going to be sitting here getting ready for the push to work its way in their direction. Rise eventually, or at the beginning of this one, pushing into the halls, but then second guessing that, as they now fall back outside here and are getting ready to head back over towards the crossroads, where this still could really go either way, but with them all falling back from the apartments, I'm going to assume that they're getting ready to work their way over towards B. So big test from Stewie. About to happen here. He's getting ready to re-smoke it as well. Oof. Now, as he has the deagle of it, he's going to be a little bit careful about those re-peaks. Now getting ready for the to push in his direction here. Molly goes down at basically the perfect time, but they re-smoke it, so they get that out of the way. Tarek jumps out, takes the bite, and now Stewie's into the fray here as well. Perfect flashbang, whoever threw it against Rise there as it pushed them all back, and they completely dominate the situation. Cloud9 only losing Stewie. Even Tarek, who moved in there at first contact, it didn't even end up going down. He was able to safely fall back into the CT smoke, kept himself alive, so much better that time from Cloud9.
Yeah, Stewie was in the first oranges there, and he had a counter flash ready, so as soon as Tarek saw them running in, he threw that flash, swung wide, and everyone was blind on the T side.
Cloud9 getting themselves ready again here as they just throw out so much utility. And oh, Jonji thought he was safe sitting in the back logs corner, but no, he burns out and throws the smoke down far too late. The bomb is safe for now. Stewie spraying into that. You already killed the player back there. He doesn't realize it, obviously, because I think that's, like I said, I think that smoke went down just a little bit too late. Didn't end up saving his life. And so they'll lose Junji early on. No damage done to any of the four other players on the side of Rise Nation, though. Skadoodle and Rush will have to get ready, as this is a quick change up from Rise, and they're not going to waste any time with their entries. In they go. VSA already taking down Tarek. Rush and the others getting ready, but Rise actually I think is going to primarily swing their players around the other side. Moose now sneaking in over to the balcony. He was able to get one. Swag pushing back out though, kills the player on Rap side, and Skadoodle able to get at least one more. Legs a second. Ace will take him down with his own op, putting this down to another 2v2. Historically though, Cloud9 have always won these, but Ace is in a great position in pit here to really try and punish Cloud9 if they push back in. Smoke also being pushed back up, and Ace trying to pre-fire the left wall just off the mark to find Stewie. Another smoke is going to give Stewie a bit more room to work with. He's not pushing past the primary smoke just yet. He's still going to have a 5 to 10 second window on his own after this one begins to fade, which I think is happening right now. In he'll go, who has already picked up the first kill against VSA, and now it's just Ace trying to clutch this alone, 1v2. Tapping onto the bomb there, gets him into the open. Stewie just having a little bit of fun at this point as he once again closes out. Didn't even need Swag in that situation, but Stewie indeed will be picking up the double kill at the end there, and giving Cloud9 their 8th round.
Now these rounds keep going down to 1v1s, 2v2s, but C9 just comes out on top in the clutches. with that loss bonus, Rise can get a decent buy here.
It is still just going to be limited to AKs, though. They're not going to try and test things with an AWP this time. Swag actually getting pretty aggressive. He's got to be a bit careful to spam. And yep, that's exactly what's going to happen if he's not careful. Brought down to 47 HP as a result of that. They even spotted him, too, so they knew someone was going to be in the path of that spam. Nicely done to get that damage done. Skadoodle also getting hit somewhere over here on Banana as well. Possibly a nade that was tossed against him. So he's going to be down at 74 HP. Still looking for any aggression that's thrown out against him. It would only be Ace pushing him. However, I don't think Ace is going to risk his life and directly peek the upper. More so is sitting back, obviously, and making sure.
And C9's on the 4-1 setup as well. Skadoodle's just up and down Banana. Any pressure, I'm sure he'll just fall back.
Just sitting back and making sure that Skadoodle doesn't push into him. Another nice nade coming out from Cloud9 here. Ace, VSA, Dazzle, all have been hit so heavily by nades already, just these few seconds into the round. And Rise will now get ready to actually execute into A again. Swag, Tarek, and Rush all sit here ready to defend it, and to a certain degree, Stewie too. I think
Jonji on the lurk here at jungle.
And Stewie's going to get scared away. Problem is, Johnny's looking the wrong way, so he's actually going to be able to immediately get Stewie. Tarek kills the first player from Rise, trying to push over here into the B site, though, and Tarek is going to be ready for more. Ace trying to lurk around it, find him in the corner there by Broken Wall, but that's been mollied out. You're not going to get it. Jonji finally takes down Stewie over there, and he also gets a second kill pushing back in. The trades go all over the place, but at the end of the day, it's Rise that take control over the A-bomb site, and Skadoodle is left alone at 74 HP.
Looks like he's going for it, though.
He's going to head up towards mid. This might be him trying to figure out the situation more so than anything right now. I wouldn't say he's committing to it just yet. If he moves in and he can't find anyone in the open enough, he could still just turn his tail around and run. As he's checking both sides now. Trying to work his way out. Rise still have a decent amount of nades, too, sitting on VSA. He's got a smoke, HE, and a flashbang.
Yeah, but Ska's deciding to save, which is a good call by him.
So yeah, again, doesn't find anyone pushed out aggressively from Rise to try and look for him there, knowing that he can abuse and use to kind of leverage the 1v2. So he falls away, and he's going to save. Rise finally, after another 5-round streak, will be picking up a second round.
But yeah, Ska got pushed back at Banana, and that caused Stewie to rotate, and Jonji found a hole in their defense, and he opened up the round. He literally won the round for his team. Got the pick on Stewie, got the pick on Swag, and got his pick on Rush on the balcony. So well played by him that round.
With that afforded, look at how quickly Cloud9 find themselves broken. They have the one save, but they literally could not justify going for the buy right after they have, you know, a 5-round streak being ended there. They're just on CZs, but look at how aggressive they're going to try to push forward. Tarek already catching one as they take down Jonji back inside of the mini pit. Dazzle is able to trade him back out, but look, Rush and Swag, 2 more kills for them. Swag going to be pushing back up here, gets another one, runs out of ammo there, so he will go down to VSA, but VSA is now alone, and that's a clutch 1v3. And what would be a 1v4, obviously, he's got that earlier kill, but not going to happen. Cloud9, just with CZs in a single op, which didn't even get a kill this round, I should mention. It was all the CZs doing the work there. They upset against Rise, and that's going to hurt for Rise overall, as now their economy is going to be reset again, too.
Yeah, that was a smart call by C9. They know that Rise Nation's kind of on a bad money system, so C9 just gets CZs and pushes down, and they're going to be strong in those kind of rounds where you just have 1 op, 4 CZs, or 4 pistols. Like, C9, this new roster is going to be strong in those rounds.
So, there's a great example of those plays that can show up at any time from Cloud9 there. Swag doing, I think, most of the heavy lifting as he picked up quite a few of those kills. And brought it down to just VSA, who was pretty easily eliminated by the remaining 3 on Cloud9 at the time. But now Rise onto a save themselves. They're going to try to train together to push up through the long haul. Smoke getting in their way. Dazzle doesn't seem to care too much, though. He's pushed right inside of it. He's going to try to find a safe path to get outside. More than likely, though, they're going to wait for the smoke to fade before they attempt to waterfall into pit. Overwhelming Rush and potentially Tarek, too. Oh, the nade from Tarek. Oh, massive damage. Easily over 100 HP off of that one done. And now they're going to try to rip them apart here. Tarek only able to get 1 for himself. Rush doing a little bit better of a job, as I think he was able to pick up 2. The others pushing in, leaving it down to just Jonji now, who's been able to pick up a rifle, but he has no armor sitting behind it. Just at 26 HP as well. So eventually he's going to be pushed from both sides here. Dinks, his last opponent there. Skadoodle wraps around, takes him out with a CZ. And Cloud9 secure a 10th as we're coming into the closing rounds of this first half.
With that round, they're still going to have AKs, but they're going to have limited nades. They all had 3-8, 4-1, so limited nades on the Rise side. And Ace opts to go for the ump, get more utility.
Rise themselves, again, going to be slow playing at the beginning of this round. But Cloud9 have gone back. They've gotten dominant control once again under their belt here, so they're going to choose to play aggressively out on Banana again. Ace getting hit by an early nade, down to 82 HP as a result of it. And Stewie still has the position behind half wall with another smoke to try and hold this off for another 20-30 seconds or so here as he's getting ready for it. You can see him again having fun trying to pre-fire to that spot, but no one's there at the moment. He's still sitting safely behind the walls, while the other two, Dazzle along with Moose, are still playing around the apartments, but again, to a very safe degree. No one on Rise really choosing to take any kind of a risk at all here with the early play until they're ready to actually push in through the mid choke point and get themselves out onto the site where Tarek is already waiting, jumped up on top of the porch. He's actually going to hop between the little balconies here onto the flower pot to try and hold off Boiler. They'll leave mid choke point open. Moose tried to test his luck there, but you can see brought down to 10 HP and forced back. As the rest of the Rise roster is now also going to give up their positions inside of the apartments and quickly attempt to swing up towards B. It's actually a good call. It's still only 2 here to defend it, but there's quickly going to be a 3rd moving over here too. As Skadoodle joins the party, he's going to be able to help out after some delay. Stewie even just going right past the smoke, gets himself a kill too. So it's Swag up next. The spot they normally check, the flashbang, unfortunately makes Swag completely blind. He's not able to spot for much, so he has to fall back. Goes into the garden, now supports Skadoodle. He's going to be here looking for shots of the smoke on his own, but Rise, good coverage overall so far. Now as they push back up, Moose, low HP, won't last long back over there on the edge of Banana. The other two trying to push back in. Rush hitting the first re-entry as they start to push their way back in, so it's up to Ace and Dazzle here now to hold off for the T side. Dazzle trying to get a little bit more as he's the first to fall, and Dazzle goes down right after Ace falls, allowing for Cloud9 to pull off another nearly flawless retake there and push up to 11 rounds.
Stewie swung wide there after he boosted Swag just to sell that he could not be there. And he gets his 1 kill. Swag doesn't get a kill on the boost, but stays alive and plays the retake. Like you said, flawless retake.
And so, heading into the 14th round, Rise are going to choose to force here, but it's going to be 2 Galils, 2 Umps, and a single AK sitting on Dazzle. Pretty underwhelming buy overall. And for Rise, their players are going to shift up through. Alt mid over here now, trying to get themselves closer to the Ace site. They'll sit back, they'll sit behind coverage. And Ace is going to be holding the bomb with them too as they slow play this like they have been pretty much every pass round on this half so far. It's been hasn't been too often that we've seen very aggressive plays come out from Rise. They are going to try to go directly into the site. Problem is, the Skadoodle's already countered out 1 player by pushing aggressively up to the top side. He's going to find a second one, 2 peek into the long hole again, and now out into the open here. Rush will actually be defeated by Junji despite his low HP. He brought him down to just 1. Skadoodle's going to peek out there, find him. He gets flashed too. VSA, the last man standing, but not for very long, as Tarek picks up both of those final kills, and Cloud9 go up to 12.
And going into the last round, Rise has limited money, so they're going to have to go with some CZs and try to make things work to get the last round. Maybe a halls explode?
Possibly. They just got kind of destroyed trying to push out onto A quickly though, so I doubt they're going to want to try that again. But they have a pretty similar buy too, so who knows. Rush is going to be probably the first point of contact here, hugging inside of the safety spot, sitting over here by the porch side. Skadoodle and Tarek actually able to do most of the work. They don't really need Rush. Moose moving out. Unfortunately, Moose can't even get a single kill, and he's caught trying to deploy another nade out into the open there. So he's going to go down, and once more, the hit just falls completely flat. Cloud9 dominated, and they get that 13th round to end the half.
Rise needs this pistol in the next 2.
Yeah, if Cloud9
have a chance.
If Cloud9 wins the pistol, it's pretty much over. And obviously, if they don't get eco'd second round. Well, as you can see there, the score ticking up, which means it's going to go LO3 in a second. And here we go, folks. Let's take a look and see if Cloud9 We're going to be able to push forward now and finally close on the series, which has been a huge roller coaster. This is looking a lot more like Cobblestone, where Cloud9 were already in dominant shape, and a lot of people were probably thinking this was going to end in a quick 2-0 fashion. But Rise started off dominant as well, back on Mirage, our second map, which was Cloud9's own map pick. And they were able to upset there. Just on this third map, it seems like they lost a lot of their momentum. And you can see again, there's really nobody showing up for that Rise Nation roster. Some of the bigger players that we had in the past never really been given their chances to shine. VSA here, I mean, we expect good things from him on the CT side, but we're never even really going to get to a point potentially, if we assume Cloud9 wins this pistol, where VSA can really even show his stuff on CT side. So it's going to be very unfortunate if it goes to that point. However, there's still this pistol to consider, and if Rise can win this one, there's still a chance for them, I'm going to say. Just a small chance. But in they go now, and Dazzle is actually going to be able to hit that first shot through the smoke, taking him down. Now Tarek jumping back and almost shoots his teammate in the head right there. Rush, and Tarek picking up those kills. However, Moose, Jonji, VSA, all rotating over here now. They're going to try to crunch on this one, but they're outnumbered, outmanned, and to a certain degree, outgunned. As they do push up to the site here. Moose is the one leading the charge for these CTs here. They haven't been able to spot a Rush in the graveyard spot just yet. Swag also looking for him too. They're slowly crunching in. They're trying to find these players. Moose getting dinked down so low, but Moose holds on, gets the kill. It's a Rush. Swag trades over to VSA. Skidoodle takes out Junji too. All Moose. It's Cloud9 winning both of the pistols on this map, and they push ahead 14-2. Just 2 more rounds, and they qualify for ESL 1 New York.
Yeah, the trade potential in C9 is just too strong. And since Cloud9's already on 14 with that pistol win, Rise is forced into flying into this round. Trying to make something work.
It's going to be Tarek, actually, that meets the first kill, and he gets a second one, too, just walking up, getting these easy frags. Moose trying to spot down mid to try and find Skidoodle or someone here, but there's no one really to be spotted here. Cloud9 are walking into the B bomb set. They need to rotate. I don't know why they tried to play around in mid there. They're not going to find anyone. Dazzle picking up at least 1 kill, but now he's dead, and that's the full site under the control of Cloud9. VSA leaping out. He goes down. Moose is there for a quick trade, but he's now alone in a 1v3. The double nade is going to knock out half of his HP before the fight even begins. There's no way he's winning this. He's going to fall back into a corner, looking for any exit kills that he can get if Cloud9 get greedy, but Cloud9 is going to go up to 15-2. Actually, he just falls back. He's not even going to want to sit in that corner anymore. He wants to prioritize saving the AK because the rest of his teammates, well, they're definitely not going to be affording any type of rifles.
Yeah, take it into the next round. Because they're going to have to force on the next round because it's match point. Nice entries by Tarek, though. Showing that he wants to go to New York.
And they've got this new roster, so they want to show it to the world, and New York is going to be one of their first chances to do it. Actually, I think they're going to Malmo, aren't they?
Probably, yeah. I don't know, actually.
I think they are. So maybe not.
I'm sure they're invited.
Maybe not the first chance. Let's see. Hold on. Like 90% sure that they got invited. Oh no, they're not actually going to Malmo. I thought they were. Alright, so New York might be their first chance to show off then, as we go into what could be the final round. Moose actually able to pick up the first kill this time against Stewie, taking him down. Tarek also down at 14 HP, but Jonji pushing forward. He's able to take down Rush, so we might not be done with this match just yet. Going to be all quiet here after Rise picks up those kills. They don't want to test it any further. They don't want to over-regress. They don't want to overextend their bounds here and push to where they shouldn't be going. So they'll sit back into the site and play into default spots as they wait for Cloud9. They're trying to make the next move here.
Sitting on the half wall at B to get info.
Well, finally, it looks like Tarek and some of the others are going to try to push up towards Banana, but this is where they still have this double stack. Jonji specifically here with the 5-7, and he's, oh, got a turret position, but that doesn't seem to matter. Tarek takes him down. They know that there's going to be a second player waiting for them around the corner here. They haven't been able to recover any of these rifles, mind you. This is still a pretty weak setup overall, as it's just Ace in the way now between Cloud9 and the B bomb site. Last man there does try to push back in, and it's Swag at A that actually picks up an additional kill too, so they're turning this back. And with the B site under their control, they're going to be able to get the plant and start the timer, working in their favor. VSA and Moose quickly, of course, going down highway to try and rotate in the CT smoke, allows them free control up towards Church over here. But as they push back in, VSA is wasting no time. He doesn't spot Skidoodle at second oranges, though, so he takes him down, and he also gets the second kill on Moose. The double kill will secure their spot at ESL 1 New York, and Cloud9 are going to get to move forward.